Alright, so this is just going to be a quick little project, really. So this summer, originally we had this 120 gallon LP tank. Basically, that was the LP tank for the shop. That LP tank could not get me through 30 days, which is what our fill-up window was in the middle of winter. It couldn't get me through 30 days of heat in the shop. I tried to keep the front part of the shop about 40 degrees. So what I did is we actually purchased a 250 gallon tank. The reason we went with the 250 gallon tank, mostly because we already had the 120 gallon tank, so we didn't need a 500. And if we would have gotten a 500, we would have had to move, to meet setback requirements, we would have had to move it back out into the yard, 30 feet away from the building. Fortunately, because this gray tank was already here, called the local county, and I have a spider on my glasses. Excuse me. He was trying to build a web on my glasses. Anyway, we called the county, and they said that this was okay. How we're planning to set this up. So we have so that way no person that calls is going to, or no person that leaves a comment is going to say, well, you can't do that. Nope, everything is perfectly fine. The LP guy did this. It's all approved through the county. Not a problem whatsoever. All this has been approved. It's been looked at, everything. So anyway, we have this 250 gallon tank here, right here, if you can see my shadow there, that we purchased this summer. That gives us a combined total of 470 gallon capacity, so we're like 300 and something gallons of LP. So anyway, we have this 250 gallon tank here, right here, if you can see my shadow there, that we purchased this summer. That gives us a combined total of 470 gallon capacity, so we're like 300 and something gallons of LP. And that should last us more than 30 days at keeping the front part of the shop 40 degrees. However, with that, presented some opportunities. When we first moved in, this garage door right here where the 1445 goes, I put this in because of the drip, and the drip line coming off of the roof there. We don't have gutters on the shop, and so I put this in for the drip line. Well, as part of that process, now water gathers in this area as it comes out and heads down towards the pond. Now, one of the things that I need to do, the LP guy came in, we actually had to change out the hose going into the shop because we're a little bit farther away, so we had to go with 3/8. 3/8 instead of 5/16. So anyway, what we've got set up is we dug that trench back in August, early August, I believe, and now I need to cover it in. It's been sitting out here, just sitting here. So what I'm going to do is we ordered some driveway gravel. I got to move the blower here, and I'm going to take out that post right there. Evidently these posts were put in by the previous owner after he took out the first air conditioner unit that was here. Now I don't use the air conditioning for the shop. At least I never have really. They used the air conditioning for some gatherings up in the upper part of the shop. They didn't use the shop for the same use that I use it for. So anyway, I want to bring some dirt in here and put a little slope coming away from the building. That way all that water doesn't build up. And I'll probably put some behind the air conditioner, but for the most part I want it to flow out in front. Now I'll have to come back and put a level on this, but for right now I just want to get some dirt in here. That way water's not building up in that trench anymore. So I'll get everything moved and I'll set the camera up and we'll put some dirt down and then spread it out by hand, because that's about the only way we're going to be able to do it. Alright, well the lighting's terrible because of where the sun's at, but we'll still get it done. I went to go pop that post out of the ground and it just broke at the ground, so Well, I took some video of me actually putting this out and spreading it out, but I think it's basically just shadows because of where the sun's at. Now that it's gone down a little bit, you can see better. But here, let me walk around and you can kind of see what I was aiming for. So you got the drip line, and you can kind of see the drip line is about right here. And what I want to do is I want to have all that water flow that way, away from the shop. And previously, and I intentionally created, if you get down there, you'll see right as you get to that door, there's actually a little hump in the ground, and I created that basically that way it doesn't get any speed to go down there and sit behind the AC unit anymore. I need some help. Somebody's got to help me lift the AC unit up very carefully. I can't see well enough from the tractor seat to lift the AC unit up, a couple inches. That way we can get some gravel under there. So here in the future, I'll do that. Basically come around on either side of that post and lift the AC unit up a couple inches, get some gravel under there, and then we'll use the plate compactor here in about a week, and we'll compact all this in a little bit, and then probably put some more on top of it. And we'll do the same thing as we go back up the shop. I can't turn the camera around because of the sun. But we'll do it all the way up. That way, anytime it's dripping, during icicles and stuff coming off the roof this winter, it'll all go over on that side of the driveway. Now, one of the things that I have to work on, and I think I said this in one of my other videos, I'm going to get a load of 3/4 quartzite rock. I think that's what I'm going to end up with. And all of this out here has to be stabilized. Over the years, enough of the driveway has washed down towards the end there that all of this is just an absolute mud pit, and then all the mud gets drug into the shop when the tractor goes by. But I mean, you can see the runoff here. So I think what I'm going to do is get some just get one load of quartzite rock. We don't have any. Because of the time of year, all of the traditional 3/4, kind of just washed gravel is going towards asphalt, because right now they're basically making all the asphalt they can. So given the time of year, quartzite's about my best option. Now, that means that I'm going to pay like $25 a ton for it. So I get a truckload of 15 tons, and plus delivery fees, I think you're looking at like almost $400 for a load of it. But I don't think I can just put the driveway gravel, which is up here, there, and have a good enough base on it. And what I'm hoping to do is that quartzite will, it'll lock together, and it'll form something that keeps the erosion to a minimum on the outside edge there. But we'll see. I've got some river rock, but those are round, and pea gravel, that's round, and so that obviously won't help anything. If anything, it'll just exacerbate the problem. So that'll be coming up in the next few weeks. I'm going to try a couple other places to get some just washed gravel, but I so far have struck out, and my wife struck out. She's made a lot of the phone calls. She's able to do some of that stuff for me. So we'll get all this done, and we'll put the 4066 back to work. So it's had a pretty easy summer. It's only got, I did the 100-hour review like 2 months ago, and I've only put 7 hours on it in 2 months. So start putting some hours on it, and hopefully we have a mild winter and I don't need it that much to move snow. That would be nice. So anyway, thanks for watching.